Welcome back everybody to another episode on the channel. Thank you all for tuning in to yet another one. Today's episode, guys, we're going to be talking about a question that I get asked every single year all the time, and I've done some videos in the past of like the best all-around rod that you can buy, but this year I'm going to be kind of doing a series where I'm going to be going over more specifically budget line ones, so in a certain budget wise. So today's episode we're going to be going over your best rod and reel combo for under $250. Like I said, guys, we're going to be going over your best rod and reel option for under 250 bucks. This combo right here is under $250. I think it's one of the best combos that you can use. I've used a lot of different rods and reels in my time, guys, and I would say that this rod and reel combo is so light and it has so much sensitivity, and you're getting such a good quality product as well out of this rod and reel combo. And we're going to get into what the rod is, what the reel is, the specs and all that. But before we start today's video, guys, today's video is actually sponsored by Monster Bass. If you guys have never heard of Monster Bass is a fishing-based subscription company. Now, they used to send their stuff in boxes, they now come in bags, and the reason being is because you can't really use the box for anything. This bag right here, guys, I actually stuffed all of my soft plastics into these Monster Bass bags, and that's what I use to carry all my soft plastics. And you can carry different lures or stuff and make a little day pack out of this if you want, but I really like the bag option. But like I said, they're a fishing subscription-based company. Now, what makes Monster Bass so much different than all the other brands out there is they hand-pick the lures for the region of the country that you fish in. So I fish in the Midwest here, so all of these lures right here are hand-picked specifically for the Midwest. Now, stuff down south, you know, Florida, Texas, things like that, those are going to be in the southern region, and that is going to be different stuff than what you're going to get up here in the Midwest. So that's what I love so much about Monster Bass, is that they really hand pick all these. And another thing is you're going to get quality baits in here. I've never been disappointed with a single bait that I've gotten in a Monster Bass bag. If you guys are interested in checking out Monster Bass, I'm going to link them down in the description below, and I'll also link a code down there. If you use the code SAVE10, it'll save you guys some money off of your first purchase with Monster Bass. So guys, if you love tips and tricks kind of videos and things like that, action out on the water, guys, we do it all here on the channel. So don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little bell notification so you never miss when we upload more content. Like I said, guys, we're talking about the best rod and reel combo for under $250. So if you have $250 to spend, or you're looking for a combo that's under that price range, we got you covered right here. This combo right here, guys, I've experimented with a lot of rods and a lot of reels, and I will say that this is one of my favorite combos to use. I love how light it is. I love the quality. It feels really good. Now, this is also going to be an all-around rod. So if you are looking at like under that $250 mark, this is your best all-around rod as well. So this isn't technique specific. This is a rod and reel combo that I think you're going to be able to do a lot of different techniques with, because I get it, guys. You're on a budget out there. You're doing different things. Not everybody can afford to go buy, you know, 3, 4 rods or even 2 rods. They have enough money to buy one rod and reel combo, and they want to know what is going to be the best all-around rod and reel combo. Now, this rod and reel combo, I would say, is your best all-around combo for under $250 that you can do a lot of different techniques with. You're going to be able to do basically, for the majority, cover everything that you need to cover for bass fishing with this rod and reel combo. So enough talking about the combo. Here we go, guys. We're gonna get into it. So let's start off with the reel. So the reel right here is the Akuma Saros Reel. Now, this thing you can get on Amazon right now for I think like $80 or $84, somewhere in there. I think it's around 80 bucks. But this right here, guys, I actually budgeted it out. I went and priced it out, and I think I came in at like $210 or $215 for the rod and reel combo, so even cheaper than the $250 mark. But the Akuma Saros, now why do I like this reel so much? For one, these foam grips on the handle here are really nice, guys. They're bigger, they feel really good in the hand. Another thing, this thing is quality made. When you pick up this Saros reel, you can feel how good a quality that this reel is. I'll tell you what, it's very good. Now, I'll even show you guys one of the reels I used to use a lot, and that is going to be, let me figure out, the Garcia Max Pro, or Pro Maxes I used to use a lot. These reels are nice because they're a really good budget option, And this will definitely be a reel that'll come in at, you know, one of your more budget-friendly options, but you can feel the construction is not the same. Now, you can only get this in a 7:1:1 as well. So you're only getting a 7:1:1 out of this reel, and it's a good reel, don't get me wrong. I do like this reel, but it's definitely not the Saros. This is the Akuma Saros. I'll tell you what, guys, this reel is the deal. This thing is very good quality. And not only that, you're getting a 7:3:1. 7:3:1 reel on here. Now, I also like this reel because it's really good for beginners as well. You have your magnetic braking system right here, which is really nice. You don't have to pull a cover off or anything like that. You have your star drag, your lure tension knob. I mean, everything's on this reel. It's very simple to use. The construction quality on it is great. It's a black reel, pretty much goes with anything, but that's the reel, guys. I would highly recommend. And like I said, 80 bucks for a 7:3:1, you're getting a very, very good reel for that price range. Now, let's talk about the rod here, guys. Now, there's a couple different options I was looking at going with, but I hands down think this is the best rod that you can have for this price range, guys, that I've used in my experience, and that is the Akuma Tournament Series all-purpose rod. This is a 7-foot medium heavy moderate action rod, and it is a great all-purpose rod. This is one of Akuma's like technique specific ones, and this is the Tournament Series rod, and this is their all-purpose one, so you can do a ton of different things with this rod here. But I want to touch on the fact that it is 7 foot as well. Now, the reason why I like a 7-footer is because you can do a lot of different things with the 7-foot rod. Now, especially bank anglers, speaking to you guys here, a 7-foot rod is perfect, because if you have anything bigger than that, 7.3, 7.4, 7.6, you know, there's a lot of overhang, a lot of trees and things like that. You don't want to be smacking those when you're casting this rod around. Now, that's why I like the 7-footer. Still a little bit longer, but you're still going to be able to cast in most situations and, you know, get this around in most areas. But I really think that a 7-footer works great, especially if you want to throw top water. We'll get into that a little bit later, of what lures you could throw with this rod. But another thing that I really like about this rod is how skinny it is. This is a 7-foot medium heavy, guys, and this thing is skinny. Like, I've stacked this up to another medium heavy from other brands that I have, like ALX rods and St. Croix rods and 13 fishing rods, and other rods as well. And this thing is definitely way skinnier, I'll say, than this thing right here, guys, is an absolute dynamite rod. It's super light. It's so light. This combo, guys, when you hold it in your hand, it's the lightest setup I've ever had in my life. And for this price range, I really think you're getting a really good bang for your buck here. Now, what can you throw with this rod? You could throw a lot of things. You could throw a swim jig like I have on here now, 1/4 ounce swim jig with paddle tail. You could throw a Texas rig with a, you know, I mean, you're not gonna be able to go weightless very well with one of these, but you could throw a Texas rig from 1/4 ounce up to an ounce if you really want. But I wouldn't probably go heavier than an ounce. You could throw a frog off of a medium heavy. I've caught plenty of fish off of a frog with a medium heavy. I've also spinner baits, crank baits. I've done just about every single application that you can do with a medium heavy. I've done it with them. That's why I think a medium heavy is your best all-purpose rod. And the only thing I will say is I don't really like where the bait keeper is right here. That's the only thing I don't like, so I hook it onto my reel. Really not a big deal at all, but that's the only thing I would say about this rod that I don't like. But for the most part, guys, like I said, this is the best all-around rod for under, you know, rod and reel setup for under $250, even like $210, $215. This is a great bang for your buck, guys. You can do a lot of different things with this thing, a lot of different techniques, and you can accomplish and catch a lot of fish with just one rod and reel. You guys have it. I wanted to cover this because I get this question every single year. I have money for one rod and reel in this budget. You know, I have this budget. I want to buy a one rod and reel combo. What do you think I should get? I get those questions all the time. YouTube comments, Instagram DMs, Facebook DMs, and I'm just gonna break it down. We're gonna start with different price ranges, and we're just gonna kind of put out videos of the best rod and reel combos at those price ranges. Now, like I said, under $250, guys, even around that $200 mark, this is going to be, in my opinion, your best rod and reel combo. Now, I will link the rod, or I'll link Akuma down below in the description. I'll also, well, you basically only have to go to Akuma, I guess, because this is an Akuma reel and Akuma rod. So I'll link Akuma down below in the description. You guys can go over there and check them out and see, you know, see about picking yourself up a new rod and reel combo. But like I said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next one.